Come on in. Welcome to Idle Down, where we talk all things Survivor. My name is Luke, and today we're talking about everything you need to know about Survivor 50. Survivor 50 premieres in a few short days, and I realized that the preseason content has been coming at you faster than Lacey came at the ground right here. So today, I thought I'd compile everything you need to know about the upcoming season into a quick video before it begins. Even if you're a hardcore Survivor head, you've got all the DVDs, you've got a buff collection, you've even got a Dragon Slayer tattoo. You may still find something you didn't know about Season 50 in this video. I've been gobbling up Survivor 50 press like Matthew eating bugs in the Amazon, and I found some tasty and underreported morsels for all of you. All that said, let's dig into everything you need to know about Survivor 50. Let's start with the basics. Survivor 50 premieres on Wednesday, February 25th. The premiere is titled Epic Party, and it's 3 hours long. Unlike premieres of recent seasons, which only had one elimination, this is actually two normal 90-minute episodes kind of crammed together, similar to the supersized premieres of seasons like Survivor Cagayan. So you can expect 2 of our 24 castaways to leave the game this coming Wednesday. Like other recent seasons in the new era, Survivor 50 is 26 days long and filmed in the summer of last year. Now, I've spent the last 2 months talking about the Survivor 50 cast, so there's no shortage of cast analyses out there for you to consume. But very briefly, there are 24 returning players, 12 new era players, 12 pre-season 40 players, ranging all the way from Season 1 to Season 49. Amount of times played range from Suri and Ozzy, who are both returning for their 5th freaking time on US Survivor, all the way to the new era players and some players from the 30s who are playing for their 2nd time. For the 2-timers, legacies will be forged this season, so it will be exciting to see who sinks and who swims. Okay, enough about the Survivor 50 cast. Let's talk about the celebrity cameos on Survivor 50. As revealed on the Season 50 preview that aired during Survivor 49, there are, yes, celebrities who will be making appearances on Survivor 50. Now, when I first heard that Mr. Bean was going to be showing up on Survivor, I got very excited. So imagine my disappointment when I realized it was actually that dead-eyed weirdo Mr. Beast instead. Joining Mr. Beast are Billie Eilish, Jimmy Fallon, and Zach Brown, who will have some sort of yet-to-be-revealed impact on the game. I understand the alarm over this. I'm not a fan of it either, but at least with the latter 3, they're on public record as having been big Survivor fans long before they ever made any appearance on the show. And Jeff has said their impact will be small, so most likely they just had an idea for an advantage that was worked into the show. This isn't even a new concept, really. Tyler Perry and Mike White, before he appeared on Survivor, offered Jeff advice on advantages and mechanics which were sometimes implemented into the game. That vampire Mr. Beast, on the other hand, is here as cross-promotion for Beast games, as well as a pretty obvious Gen Z, Gen Alpha audience grab. Perhaps a necessary evil for the longevity of the show, but considering the general reaction across the fandom to the celebrity cameos, let's hope this is exclusively a Season 50 thing. Now, I don't remember voting on celebrity cameos for Survivor 50, but I do remember voting on the format of the season throughout Survivor 48. Fans voted on 11 different items for Survivor 50, ranging from the starting tribe colors to the game design to whether or not to have Final Four firemaking. At the time I'm writing this, we know what won a few of those categories. There will be a live finale, as confirmed by Jeff Probst. We know that teal, purple, and orange won the tribe color vote, and it seems pretty likely that we voted back in idols, given that we just had a nationwide idol hunt for fans to win a chance to attend the live finale, which has been ongoing across the country for a few weeks now. Jeff said that the results of the fan vote may impact the future of how they design the game, so I'm very interested to see how that all worked out. Let's knock out some odds and ends that are worth bringing up, but not worth their own section, really. For the season preview, we know the idol snuffer is a phoenix, as are the immunity idols, and the season's theme in general seems centered around this phoenix motif. You can see this in Tribal Council photos, as well as the votable options for the individual immunity necklace design. I personally love this, and as I've said for years, I wish in our themeless era that Survivor would lean harder into these soft themes, which would help differentiate the seasons for fans. You cannot tell me this isn't sick. As far as challenges, we've had a few teasers. We saw Jeff trying out Wrist Assured during the preview for the season. We saw Genevieve, Savannah, and Aubrey in a water relay challenge. And we know from press photos that the episode 1 challenges involve a crawl through a muddy net to collect coconuts, as well as a challenge involving going under a pole in the sand and untangling some rope in a boat. My guess is these are the marooning challenge and then the tribal immunity challenge in the first half of the episode, but we'll have to see. But what about challenges which didn't make the cut? As most of us know by now, the show has shied away from physical one-on-one challenges due to risk of injury, as well as the show's overall goal of limiting physical touch between players in general. I know there was a contingent of fans hoping for the opening challenge of Borneo to be the opening challenge of 50, but challenge producers are on the record as saying that though they love the challenge, it's just not TV friendly in 2026. Plus, they already reused this in Cambodia and All Stars as the opening challenge, so it's been done. In general, I'd expect challenges to stay more or less consistent with the general New Era format, though I'm sure we're going to see some new ones along the way, as well as a few classics from the vault. I feel like in general, the challenge team doesn't get the flowers that they deserve, and I'm pretty optimistic about the challenges in 50 being great. But will it all be worth playing for? Yes, according to a Vanity Fair article, which all but confirmed that an Applebee's reward is back, complete with the iconic Shark Bowl. Somewhere, Liz is in shambles. As if you didn't already know, CBS is going all out on Survivor 50 promotion, and some of it may offer insight into how certain players did. So fair warning, if you feel that this is too spoilery, feel free to skip ahead to the end. But CBS sent Cirie, Ozzy, and Joe to the Grammys. Perhaps a sign all three performed well on 50, or perhaps a sign that these are just three very popular players well known to the audience. Tough to say. What's less tough to say is what the Road to 50 reruns CBS is airing ahead of Survivor 50 can potentially tell us. CBS is airing 10 classic Survivor episodes on prime time in the lead up to season 50. These episodes all feature players who will be on 50, and the episodes they're showing are on the screen now. Each of these episodes highlights a particular player, or sometimes two or even three. What's most noticeable is who isn't featured in these episodes. The only players on 50 not featured in any of these episodes are Jenna, Jonathan, Genevieve, Rizzo, and Savannah. You can make the argument that some of these exclusions make sense. Genevieve and Jonathan are the only reps from their season, and we just saw Rizzo and Savannah last fall. And yet, Chrissy, a player who is also alone out here as her lone season rep, has an episode featured in the Road to 50. Something worth considering when doing your fantasy drafts, perhaps. Other 50 players are only featured in very tertiary roles in these episodes. For example, Aubrey is in the Edge of Extinction episode they're airing, but the episode is definitely The Rick Show. Same with the Survivor 46 episode they're showing, which is a full-blown spotlight on Q, without as much Charlie and Tiff. The episodes chosen could give insight into player placement. For example, the 48 episode they chose surprised me. I would have bet money on them choosing the episode where Joe helps Eva through an autistic episode, and not the episode where Kyle convinces Joe to vote out one of his closest allies instead. Perhaps there's something to the fact that they're showing a Kyle and Camilla episode here rather than a Joe episode. So you can look into this a lot, you can look into it a little. Ultimately, these are kind of primetime filler going up against the Olympics, but I do think there is something to who's being highlighted and who isn't being highlighted. There we have it. Everything you need to know about Survivor 50 ahead of its premiere this Wednesday. Now I want to know, what are you most excited about? The cast, the challenges, the celebration of 50 seasons of Survivor? Heck, I'll even accept Mr. Beast as an answer. Sure. Let me know in the comments. Got nothing else for ya. Hope you're as excited for Survivor 50 as I am. If you are, like and subscribe and I'll get you more Survivor content just like this. Until next time, don't get idled out.